Okay, sound over here. So again, shalom, shalom. Before we start, before the brothers start bringing it out, man, we want to face these to give all praise and worship and power. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, teach well through the Spirit. Almighty shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered forth on the earth, and Lord as a whole. They all continue in sound doctrine. Shalom to the Aqua, consistent of the faith and the truth. We're willing that you continue to pursue your light, and Lord willing, this is an edifying camp lesson. Right? We're really edifying, but you really got a sharp precept. You know? We out here to feed the sheep, the elect, the scattered Israelites, four corners of the earth, prophesying the coming of Mashiach Yahushua, prophesying the downfall of Esau's kingdom with the other nations.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. It says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither there anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." All right? All these secrets, of Babylon the Great, all right, everything is being exposed right now, man. All right, everything, there's nothing that's not going to be revealed. You see, they came out with the, they call them the Peptine files, right?
Yeah.
They had like 3 million documents. All right, they had, 2,000 videos, 18,000 photos, man. And the stuff that's in there,
Yeah.
it shows you, all right, who the devil is, man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is, you got something to say?
Yeah, it just goes to show you how close we are to the end of the place.
Yeah.
Because only this thing, of all this shameful spewing that come out upon this devil, and he's going to show you that he's at the end, man. This tricks is running out, and the enchantments are running out, man, because only he's being found out right now. Because it's across the whole world.
It's like I saw you did a lesson where you had the Obamas. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then he said, you know what he said? I just was reading right in the car before I got in here. He said, he don't apologize for putting it up.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Hey, man, they listen, the devil was showing you who he is, man.
But like I always say, he got wrong for what he did because the scriptures tell you that Esau and Jacob are enemies.
Yeah.
Jacob don't know that's their enemy. That's why Jacob like, oh, that's racist. No, he showing he treating
He doing what
like
he's
he's
supposed
supposed
to
to.
do. Yeah.
And we supposed to be doing that. When we got released from Babylon, the heathens came to Jacob and said, let us help you build. What Jacob said, nah, we got this shit. This is our shit. We doing this. You know why they didn't take the help? Because they didn't trust him. I'm saying, you was not to say, never trust thy enemy. That's scripture. Never trust thy enemy.
Right. Hey,
That's Sirach 10.
yeah, Sirach 12, on down, yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians 2, in verse 3, it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Okay, so this day, so ultimately, the end times can't come unless this man be revealed, man. Okay, this man that we're speaking about is Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, the enemy of Jehovah Yahushua is being revealed, man. Through who? Through the mouth of the servant, the prophets, man. Okay, we've been telling you about this damn devil, man. It's like we come out here every week and every day brothers are preaching about this, man. We're showing you that this man has no care for you, man. He don't even care about his own damn people.
Then a celebrity will say some little shit and niggas will flock to it like
Yeah.
it's the law.
Right.
It's something Jacob, the prophet's been saying.
It's clear as day who he is, man.
Yeah.
The Lord is making it very clear of who it is.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1.
Verse 3.
You gotta read the Look at Isaiah chapter 47.
Loud, brother.
Come down and send the dust, virgin daughter of Babylon, But on the ground, there is no throne. Or Dar the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right now, the shame has come upon you. And they're not being seen as tender and delicate. Originally, America was seen as righteous, upright, flat, a very classy society. But now it's being shown that it's just training.
Yes, lucky. It was all a facade to begin with, man.
Yeah.
You know, you just basically had cavemen dressing up in suits, man.
Yeah.
You know, prancing around like they something, man.
Yeah.
You know, sticking their nose up at you.
Yeah.
But these are the cavemen of the earth.
Yeah.
Joe called them the basis of this.
What they're doing now through the media is they getting you used to seeing people get slaughtered, killed.
Right.
They prepping your minds to see war. You know, with ICE and all of that. So now when you turn on the news, you expect to see some shit going down.
Yeah. Even with that verse that shows you what's up, what's come down. And then just off of the point that we're going into, if y'all go look at the opening of the Olympics, the United States team and the Israel team, they all got booed by all countries when they came out to the stadium. They booed the whole team, the whole team. Any organization dealing with the United States or Israel got booed at the opening of the Olympics.
Well, what is that? That's
Esau, he was changed being revealed.
Verse 3.
And he broadcasted in the ceremonies that a lot of people ain't really talking about. They had like a church-like setting, and he lit pentagram on fire, man. You know, just letting you know. You're under his system. You're under that satanic energy, man. Because that's what the Olympics pretty much is.
Yeah.
It goes back to the Greeks, and it's coming together of all these nations, man. They went on many.
Obadiah said, though thou art small among the heathens, thou art greatly despised. You know, and it showed. You know, and you see, it wasn't coincidence that it was just them two, right? You see how all this is about to play out. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And, just like we'll be going into this, that's a comfort for us. That the captivity that you in is going to fall and be in the dust, man. This is, man, why are you excited about Babylon being destroyed and you live in it? Because the Lord said it is going to happen, man. If this thing's still up, that means Jacob's going to still be in subjection four corners of the earth. You want that bitch to fall, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the storm got to come before the light get here.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be ready for the storm, man. You know, one of the main messages that we're preaching. Get ready for the storm, man. You know, that's about to happen.
Getting that, we got to wait till verse 3.
Verse 2, take the millstones and drive them, uncover that locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, that's over the river, and nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
They like a whore, man. She's getting undressed, man,
Yeah.
and everybody's seeing her nakedness.
Yeah.
You know, this whole place is being uncovered for all their wickedness, man. And that's the thing. This wickedness is far beyond probably we even imagine. You know, when we talk about those files, man.
Yeah.
You know,
They keep you distracted with them. That's really a distraction, to be honest with you. There's a lot more high-level witchcraft that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And they even playing with people. They even playing with them e-files, man. They would have put Jay-Z in it. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
That's all a distraction. Because if they let's say they did put everything out, it would be the people that make your foods, people who teach your kids,
Right.
people in higher level positions. But they want to put fucking Bill Clinton, Jay-Z, Michael Jackson. Nobody give a fuck about that.
Right, that's a deeper problem.
That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this right here, this is a table of the LGBT, the non-whites, and the small hats. Everything that they rule that's on social, that's on media or technology. Things that's promoted about Epstein and all these other people. CBS, ABC, CNN, YouTube is all owned by small hats. So really, they're promoting it just to distract you for that brand of circus, just for you to have something else to think about while they're doing some other conniving deception on the other side.
It's wicked. It's wicked. You know, the whole Epstein shit. It's wicked, but there's way higher level of wickedness that's going on.
and they about to turn it up too.
It's like the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church been molesting kids since I was a kid, since I can remember.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a priest go to jail. You know, they relocate that priest. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be like the highest religion in the world.
Yo, cause even in the ancient world, when you go to the Greeks and the Romans, it was like more of a ritual to do something. It was more of a ritual to do something to a child, a boy or a girl. Like they felt they was more connected to that power on the left hand side, the father, the son, and God. That's why they created a Plan B. You know, so kill a child, it's like a ritual thing. You know, giving something to a child. Just the same with the Kardashians, they promoted a certain blood mixture that they do, soaking their skin in youth blood. What is youth blood? You're getting that from organ or a child.
Like in like the new movie or the newer Space Jam, they had a little parody skit where they went into the party. They was with the elites and they was walking around drinking blood and shit. And then what you just said, these devils, they go so far as there's a ritual where what they'll do is they'll have a little toddler or a little baby, however old it is, they'll scare it to the level where it gives them adrenaline, and then that's when they'll take the blood and get it. Now is that more wicked than this nigga? I gotta come up with a nickname for him. You know, Epi Boy. You know, that's high level wickedness. On top of that, like Yashua from Dallas always like to say, all these missing children, man.
Yeah.
How come they don't stop the world? Like you said, they'll stop the world for the jump shot, but they won't stop the world to find kids that's on fucking 40 kids on Walmart board. That's just one Walmart.
Esau got him on.
Right, exactly.
And then if you go look at the movie Taken, that movie was pushed by the government, where the movie was about his daughter being taken, abducted, and then each one is about being abducted. Yeah, they promoted. That's one of the top distribution in the world. Yeah, trafficking children. You know what they do to the foreigners? They put them in a big ass truck and bring them to a place so that they can work. That's still a form of trafficking.
Well, no, this dude Trump, but he was making a big old deal about the cartels and then keeping track of it and all that shit. But here he is, he's part of it.
Yeah.
Now these dudes,
That's crazy.
These dudes, man, they're a bunch of bullshit.
That's crazy.
But that's why none of them gotta get judged. None of them gotta get put in jail or anything like that because they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. Man. Now people gotta be going on with their stupid ass life and nothing happens. You know, because only every day that's how corrupt the world is. That wickedness is shown. Wickedness is shown in the world, but no one gives a damn.
It's exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Right. Now I got some. With Joel 5, verse 12. Disappointed the devices of the traveler, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. They take the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel before it is carried headlong. The main point is that they got an enterprise, right? You know, they got a count, they got a whole plot. No, it is part of it, man. So these little satanic rituals that they do, they actually believe that gives them power, man. Now these dudes believe on the left-hand side that gives them power, man. You know, to keep ruling, man. You know, but really at the end of the day, all controlled by the Most High, man. You know, so really nothing they can do, but still they keep doing these wicked-ass rituals behind the scenes, you know, to go up there to, I guess you say, boost up their crown of Satan. Yeah.
I can back this piece of there was the line that you brought out Isaiah 47. It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 2. Lift up ye a banner, and any more with his 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, and shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. The banner is the word, is truth. That the men of the Lord is out here prophesying and teaching to the high mountain, where it says that they exalt the voice, they prophesying, and they shaking their hand, rebuking America. Mystery Babylon is the high mountain. It sits above all nations, even though this is a system. It's not just America. If you understand the so-called found fathers, it all stemmed from Europe, right? England came over here, the Italians came over here, the British came over here. It was a whole process in demand of how the United States came. And it's all ran by Europeans, man. And they're getting revealed, is what the brother was saying, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. They're getting revealed by the spirit of the mouth of the Lord. It's the prophets, man. We exposing Esau limb by limb, bone by bone, every attribute, even from ancient time and from future time.
It's a lot. Let me back to what you're saying. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 7, it says, "Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in the ears and in the ears of all the people." It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." All right, and that's exactly what we're doing to this place, man. All right, this year marks the 250 year of this place, man. All right, and we're prophesying the downfall of this place, man. We want to see this place go, man.
Yeah.
You know, with the hurry upness, you know.
Yeah, and that's why in order to understand what any brother is saying, you got to take the time to be like the people of Berea and be willing to understand, right? Because the Bible is really giving you history, prophecies, parables, dark sayings to really show you how we got to where we at right now and the coming of Yahweh Shai, right? In order for this system to fall, we need Yahweh Shai. Not one man, not 1,000 Jake can tear this system down. We can't beat Esau with all his technology and the weapons he got. We need a divine power to destroy this bitch ass.
Because he still got the spirit to where, like it was like during the time of slavery, where even though we were stronger than him, we still couldn't overtake him. The Lord leaned our spirits down to be subject to him.
Yeah.
And that's how it is now, except we got this word. So, you know, but the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right.
So we ain't going to Johnson's gun store and say, okay, we're going to fight this man.
Right.
Yahweh Shai said, wait ye upon me to the day that I rise up against the prey. So,
Right.
And that's why we have the Lord. That's why we have the angel. That's why we have, you know, the Heavenly Father. Because the Lord said that he's going to put his anger in us. We're going to do an Edom according to his anger.
Yeah.
Not according to our anger.
Yeah.
Right, because Jake is real. Even though Jake goes through hell, Jake still forgives. Jake still, that anger is still not in Jake. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to have to put his anger, man.
Yeah.
He's going to have to remember some of these things that happened to us, man.
Yeah.
He's going to have to remember the damn, you know, the skin shoes that they made, and the belts that they made, man. How they took your baby out of your womb and these different things, man. This is stuff you got to know, man. You know what I'm saying?
happening right now. Judah getting roused up. You see, Crawford, I don't want to pay for the belts no more. You see particular comedians like Godfrey speaking against Edom.
Yeah.
You see it in different avenues of entertainment.
Yeah.
Judah's getting roused up, so we see this thing happen.
Yeah. And through the spirit, it's really Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Remember what Cat Williams said in 2024? He said all is going to be revealed. But really, the Lord been revealing way before you, Cat. You know? And right now, right when Seabiscuit came, all the Lord been doing was just peeling the onion off. Right? Now, celebrities, they're starting to speak up. It's like what you just said, Michael X. He said plainly, he said, man, why are we getting so hyped about fucking money? He said, when you die, you don't take it with you. And whoever, let's say your family, whoever gets your money, right, they might waste that motherfucker.
He said you can only stun on your own people.
Yeah.
If you try to stun on Esau, he'll take that shit. And that's true.
Kanye West. He wasn't a billionaire no more. Now he's saying that he can't even perform in the United States. You don't got no control. He is.
You get roused up, man.
Nah, not yet. You don't know. When they roused up, you don't know. Oh, yeah. Because when Judah get roused up, when something happens, Judah gonna act. That's how you know when Judah roused up. It's like, just like you said, if you try to stun on Esau, they take your money. Like Javante Davis. They got him going through something where he said, oh, he beat his girlfriend, so he put him in. Why? I don't think he did it. But Jake ain't going out there stopping them from, they're like, oh, that's fucked up. Dude. That's what Jake is. Jake saying, oh, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And go about their day.
He's a homeborn slave, man. He does get roused up. It's easy to put his ass back in
Yeah, you got to.
That's a fact.
When it's roused up time, you gonna know. It ain't gonna be just speaking out all that protest and shit. Jake gonna be active.
It's like the riots when they had the riots in 92. And it was Issachar, And it was
Yeah, and Esau
and Judah,
was
bro.
terrified.
And they were,
I remember that.
they all stepped back.
Hey, Esau was terrified. I'm talking about that shit happened in LA.
Yeah.
Esau was terrified of here.
Yeah.
3,000 miles away, bro.
And they just had to let the shit, they had to let Jake just calm down, bro, because they couldn't do nothing. Once they got riled up, they was on it, man. They were tearing everything up, man. You know, but they let them, what did they do? They basically contained them into their city, and they just let them burn that shit down, man.
All you
You know?
need to do
It's
is
like
struggle.
just regret about something. See, like different signs of you're not around with that.
All you need to do is just have one of those ice protests.
Yeah.
And when the next person gets shot, Jake.
Yeah.
You know, not get shot like the last time.
Yeah.
You know, that'll spark some outrage from Jake.
Well, they did it in Rome, where some of the Roman rulers used to say, lower their rations, like the food that they was getting, lower it. Then what they were doing with slaves and buying with the money, it made people they couldn't buy the things that they wanted to buy, so they started an uproar against Rome.
What are they doing now? I think it was February 1st, they passed it where now you can't, in some states, there's one state where you can't buy snacks.
Snacks, yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
buy off.
and then the other one now, and you gotta be working. If you're not working, your shit getting cut off, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not working a certain amount, I think it's like 40 to 80 hours, and they cutting this shit off, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they got, you can't have 17 and 16-year-olds on your face now.
Yeah.
They gotta be 14 and under.
Right.
Yeah, and they tracking what you doing because the girl got arrested for making dinners on the side using the food stamp money just to bring in money.
Almost doing a bakery, they took their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, even migrants that's here legally, they taking them away from they taking the benefits away from them too.
But how did they do that law? The way they said it was, and certain immigrants who are here, basically they're going to take away their stuff. Well, who was that going to do? We already know. You know what I'm saying? How they wrote that law? It was just real. Yeah. It was like a blanket statement. So now they can pick and choose who they want to do it. And you know who they're coming after, man. They're coming after you, Jay.
I got a piece of it. This is Revelations, the 18th chapter. This is like what Yama always say this, you know, all of us brothers will probably say it all the time. The things that we see day on and day in and day out, when we say Esau gonna get double, right? When you see how your boss is at work, you busting your ass and they just sitting there, you know, your check not looking right. They gonna get double for the shit that they do. Revelation 18 in verse 5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and a widow, and shall see no sorrow." The same thing with Donald Duck told Zelensky. When Zelensky said, you're covered or safe by water, but one day you're going to feel it. And he said, man, don't tell me what we're going to go through. But one day that's going to actually be a real reality. In the Lord, that just shows, it said, the Most High have remembered her iniquities. That means the Lord is watching y'all niggas, man.
But the Lord is doing them like he did to Pharaoh. You know, when he hardened his heart, and then all of a sudden, you see, right now he was talking all that big stuff, then they had talks with Iran right now, and everything seems cool. But remember, the Lord's going to keep turning this stuff up, man.
Yeah.
It's going to keep increasing, man. You know, you're not going to get away from it, man.
They turning back.
Yeah.
I got this is Obadiah, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" See, that's how are the things of Esau searched out? It's because what? The Lord has put the spirit on his men to reveal his wickedness, man. In the scriptures. Yeah, in the scriptures, man. You know, and ultimately, man, the prophecy has to be fulfilled. You know, it's written that the men of the Lord is going to stand up and prophesy against this guy, man. You know, that's why we out here doing this now. Okay, because we're living in a time where we're about to be redeemed.
Right.
You know?
And the Spirit kind of show you how dumb the nation of Edom is, because they promote their wickedness in movies and TV shows. You tell it on yourself. Let alone when you kill animals, he make a memorial by hanging them on a freaking wall. But what do we do to Jake? Right? He make movies of you in slavery, but tell you stop speaking about slavery. But you making movies on it. You know what I'm saying?
And you got whole plantations
Yeah.
still out.
Yeah.
You know, that they'll charge you, all right, that your ancestors was going through, and they'll charge you to go and look at what they did to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's how they do, man. They're proud people, man.
Right, and they'll tell you to forget those things, but they making money off of your history, or they're adding new stuff to it, just like with the Solomon and Sheba, where they made the movie. It said Solomon dated the Ethiopian queen, and that's why he had a son. That's why the Ethiopian Bible they do all that extra shit. But they tell them they son.
Yeah, that's what you got to report. They tell themselves. Now read that. I'll tell you why they do that.
It's Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1. It says, the words of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up.
That's
And thou,
Esau. His heart is lifted up. With pride. Go ahead.
it says, and thou hast said, I am the Most High.
That's what he's saying. He took Israel. He put himself there. He made his people the people. He's saying he the Most High.
Yeah.
He's saying, oh, we can make our own water. We don't need it to rain. We can make water.
I said,
And it was trees don't grow in Israel no more. They brought trees in. Look, we did this.
Yeah.
We don't need. They think they got. Go ahead.
it says, I sit in the seat of the Most High.
See? Go ahead.
It says, and in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not the Most High.
See, he a man and he not the Most High. He put himself out there. So when you read Isaiah 46, it say, and from the beginning, that's what the Lord do. He tell you everything. He trying to be like the Most High because he tell you like his script. It's like the Lord do.
Right. It says, though thou sit thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
And the worst thing he did was put himself up as Yahushua. You know, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered up the faces of the judges thereof. Because when the world thinks of so-called Jesus, they see that picture of Cesare Borgia. That was the ultimate wickedness he did.
To go on the point of what you just said, this is Psalms chapter 9, verse 19 to 20. It says, arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. When you read the NLT, it says, let the nations know that they're merely human. You know, y'all wasn't created to be immortal. Y'all was made to be humans. That's why Esau, he was made to have a carnal mind. That's why the distractions you have come from a carnal mindset. Like when you look at the word gym, it means naked. That's why when you go to a gym, like Jimmy was laughing at the gym the other day, we just got Edomites just naked, having a conversation, butt ass naked. Gym means naked.
He's in that spirit of the Greeks.
Yeah. Right. Like when you go into Judith, the 5th chapter, where they know how to keep us in sin, and they know if we're not in sin, the Lord is fighting with us. This is why they created GMO, right? What you said at work, America just cut ties with the World Health Organization. So that means that America can give you any type of food without the approval of the FDA, man. Yeah.
I got something about the shot. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 19. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Like the brother was saying earlier, this kingdom has to fall, all right, in order for Yahweh Shai's kingdom to rise up. That's why we're so adamant on pushing this truth. That's why we're so adamant about coming out here and doing the work.
Yeah.
All right, because there's work that still needs to be done so the elect can be sealed and we can make it to the kingdom.
Yeah.
There's Daniel 2
Yep.
and 44. The Lord going to destroy all his kingdom. All the rulership of this world, the Lord going to take it down. Like Russia, China. Because America's not the only one that's wicked.
Yeah.
China's wicked. Russia's wicked. All these world powers, they're wicked as hell. You know? So the Lord got to take them down. The Lord got to take them out. Take away their power, take away their military. Establish himself as Lord, man. This is what we're waiting for, man, because that's the kingdom right there.
That's the logic. The Lord is fair. Because when you think about it, he gave everybody a time to rule, man. You did it, you failed. You did it, you failed. You did it, now we're going to show you how it's done.
And they gonna get their own plot of land back in the kingdom.
Right, right.
That shows the Lord's ultimate fairness. They
Right.
just gonna be subject to the Israelites.
Yeah. Esau ruled 3 times, right?
Yeah.
So he ruled 3 times, and he was off all 3 times.
And he's that nigga that he go in, he try to change his disguise, go back, and they're like, sir, haven't we seen you before? No, that wasn't me. It's another guy. And they come in again and do some other shit, man.
In the book of Genesis, when he was crying for his blessing,
Yeah.
his father he blessed him with his blessing, man.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, man, listen, man. You're blessing will be the fatness of the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's actually really playing out.
Yeah.
And the scriptures say, because of Abraham, his obedience, that his seed was going to be blessed throughout all the earth. And that is tied back to what the brother was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He saw, hey, man, that was his father. He was his father's favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to have the fatness in the earth.
Yeah, then as you said on this Roman TV show, when Caesar was basically defeating the army of Pompey, he disguised himself as somebody else. And one of the soldiers that they was looking for Pompey, but they was in the ocean and the water tore up the ship. So they in the seashore and they came across and they like, man, the dude being in the ocean, they woke up out of being unconscious. They was like, man, I seen you before. I know you. He's like, man, you haven't seen me. He said, what is your name? My name is Lucas Mullis. He said, what name is that? He said, I don't know. My father was a farmer. And they come to find out, he said, man, be real. He said, hey, ain't you Pumpy? He said, yes. But don't tell Caesar. So just like what you said, even in the ancient world, this is what they did.
But that's why the scriptures say that, the son of perdition must be revealed first, You got to, because he's ducking and hiding like a fugitive, man. He's putting disguises on, taking over people's identity. What's that? He takes he takes a house, man, and his heritage.
I got Isaiah. Let me read this real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power will wipe away tears off all faces. Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
That's all the lies. All the lies will be brought down. It ain't gonna be no more. Everybody's gonna know the truth. The truth is gonna be revealed. Man.
And the veil.
It's like it real quick because what they do now is they have these folks who come up against like the truth. And what do they always do? They always say the black Hebrew Israelites. Or they always try to push this narrative. Even when you say it's not about color, it's about who your lineage goes to.
Yeah.
But they keep having people come
See,
in
they
and push
know
that
that. They
in.
know that.
Yeah.
They just do that. It's just
Demonized.
right. Or just putting
Category.
just
It's
other
like that
things.
fast-
It's like a just something that's in the way.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
can think about.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even like Hercules Veil. It's like Chinese people. Ain't no such thing as Chinese people.
Right.
Those are Moabites.
Right.
White people ain't gonna be no
Right.
all that shit. Everything. All that.
If we go back to the original, go back to the original state of things.
18 nations.
No, what's the name? Real quick.
And that backs up the point with it saying Malachi that Yahweh don't change. If you're going back to the way of the old law, and of how nations was being called, that mean the Lord don't change. That mean the nations is still the same. It's got a different name.
It says, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power will wipe away tears from off all faces. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off the earth.
Yeah, he's going to take away the rebuke of his people from off the earth. But the Israelites, not everybody, everybody else fuck them.
Yeah. And another indicator is that we're not going to teach one another.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Which
yeah.
is that spiritual.
Yeah.
For the Lord hath spoken it. And it shall be said in that day, lo, this is our power, whom we have waited for him.
That's a possession.
And he will save us. This is the Lord, we have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation.
That's Joel 2:27. Now I am the Lord your God and none else. You know?
And truly, how we just said, is salvation. When you break it down, salvation is really the Lord's salvation. It's only one. It's not ours. It's not the way of Christians. It's salvation at the Lord. And that salvation is directly for the Israelites. If you understand the meaning of salvation.
For in this mountain shall the hand of the Lord rest, and Moab shall be trodden down under him, even as straw is trodden down for the dunghill. And he shall spread forth his hands in the midst of them, as he that swimmeth spreadeth forth his hands to swim. And he shall bring down their pride together with the spoils of their hands. And the fortress of the high fort of thy walls shall he bring down. Lay low and bring to the ground, even to the dust.
So the Lord that take down skyscrapers, cities, all the shit. I believe they do Trump trying to build an ark right now, trying to build his own ark right now. No. And all that shit about to be taken down, man. No, melted away. The Lord said in Isaiah 14 and 26, the Lord got to come with the best of the destruction.
Decent.
Decent
Boom.
destruction.
Which is a boom of
And
destruction.
that's another proof that he's like Nero. Because Nero, he made a town hall or banquet in the ancient world. And Donald Duck, the same one that said he wanted to build a town hall or a banquet hall.
Well, he's trying to name the Kennedy Center after him.
Yeah, come on,
You know what I'm saying? He was. Hey, he's.
This is our second Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens and earth shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Wait, hold on. When they say the earth pass away, it basically means the state, the rulership that is in, is going to pass away. You ain't going to see this rulership.
Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting for the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens shall be on fire, being dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yo, that right there is an indicator. You're supposed to be anxious, excited. You're supposed to be thinking on the coming of the Lord, not thinking about building a business or a company on this side, Jake. You're supposed to be thinking about the coming of, yeah. Come on, man. What the heck you thinking about a business and money, value and shit? You're supposed to be thinking the Lord is about to come today or tomorrow, man.
Because it said, what manner of persons ought you to be?
Right.
Also, Yahweh Shai said, occupy till I come. And the scriptures tell us to be occupied in prophecies.
Right.
Now, you still have to, don't get it twisted, you still have to maintain your day-to-day life and, go to work and take, but you shouldn't have a 20-year plan.
If you know all this shit is gonna burn up.
Yeah.
If it's told everything in here is gonna get burned up. So how should you be? How should you be acting?
It says right here, verse 13, it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and new earth, wherein dwells righteousness.
Right.
So the world got to get refreshed, man. Never was before, man. Refreshed, clean, prosperous world. No? Because only this world is corrupt. Like every day you bring in chemicals and trash.
It's stressful. Yeah, it's stressful on all angles.
Yeah.
Even when you so-called got it good, it's still stressful.
Right.
Around you walk on make you
And another thing, Jake, you living with money that has no backing, it has no value. I looked on ChatGPT and I asked the question, is the dollar expendable? And they say yes, because it said eventually it's going to be abandoned. when you think about that, fulfill what it said in Revelation 13. That, you know, Jake is all humped on the damn dollar. They're comfortable in the state that they in. Eventually, this thing is about to change in a real major way.
They already put everything. They already put everything digital. Even like dollar ain't shit, but like it was crazy because last week gold was like at $5,052, and then everybody was like it was a gold rush and the silver rush. Silver went from fucking 40. It went from $40 to fucking $130, and but once they seen it was a gold and silver rush, they fucking crashed it and made it and dropped it down. Cause that means it don't matter about the dollar, because they in ruler, they can make fucking anything money.
Yeah.
They can make hey, you could have, say you got this gold was solid gold and it was worth $50,000. They can say tomorrow, hey, that's worth a penny.
Right.
Because they ain't ruling shit.
They did with Bitcoin. It was 125,000. It dropped to like 635.
That's crazy. You talking about money.
There's a reason for that.
When now we talking about money and currency. The brother, when you speak about Jacob's trouble, when you go and chat GPT again, if the dollar collapsed, it says real minerals. If we can go back to real minerals or metals being a real resource.
But even with that, they can say, hey, that's not worth nothing. Because nothing we can do.
Remember the movie, The Book of Eli, when he was trying to get water? They was asking him what he got to offer. He said a sky, chapstick, shampoo, a button, a battery.
That shit was worth something.
Yeah. But that's why reparations won't help either. Because as soon as you give Jake $1 million, that shit is just going to be worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, because like you said, they control it.
Yeah.
So if they give it to you, then we don't, this shit ain't worth nothing.
One more thing, because this brother be talking at work. When you go into when you go into credit and all of that, having with debt, and then they said this I'm gonna get a research initiative to control the masses to be any form of debt and credit. Now gold and minerals you can use it, but it wasn't effective until they paid the dollar. So they said we can supply and control demand because of the dollar. And so now they saying now in 2026 the dollar not backed by anything, but they made it seem that you can buy some of it because stores still accept the dollar. The industry still, they really, ChatGPT said the dollar is useless.
The Federal Reserve note on the back of it, it says debt. It says debt.
And going back to what was going on with Bitcoin, there's a company, MicroStrategy. Of course, their acronym is Monster, but they basically own like over 3% of Bitcoin out there. They've just been buying it up, buying it up, buying it up. This is basically an event to liquidate their rights. Because this Michael Saylor guy, he's like one of them, but he ain't totally down with the elite's agenda. So they just gonna liquidate his ass, man. And then they'll raise it back up again.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold cannot be able to deliver them the day of the wrath and power. They shall not satisfy their souls, nor fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity.
That's what people boast in nowadays. They boast in their money as if that's going to get them out of a situation that the Lord is going to bring on earth.
And so like this.
They going to the internet and maybe walk some way like this is there.
Hey, R. Kelly had money prior to his scandal. But what they do? They froze his shit so he can't even buy himself doodles. You know what I'm saying? They froze his accounts. His big shot lawyers, he still had good lawyers, but they wasn't able, because niggas in the hood were like, oh, I'll just give me a lawyer. I got lawyer money. Well, the lawyer can't fucking beat the white man's system.
Yeah. And also, like, I did a lesson about what they're doing now is they betting on when the Lord is coming. They play some bets about what year the Lord is coming. And it's almost at like $1 million. That's people that got bet on this stuff. Man. You know what I'm saying? And I had brought this out. Like, your money's not going to save you. Man. You putting that on, hey.
I got more on that.
about when
real quick.
the water or the commodities,
Right.
the tradable currencies.
And also, silver and gold is real money. You don't have real money, man. Now, you got monopoly money, man. Now, you got a little paper.
Yeah.
Literally just paper. A little paper that comes from a tree. Now that shit, hey, it's only every day, man. Your garbage money that you use every day, it gotta be made worthless or something, because it gotta be skyrocketing debt. No, America's already 38 trillion dollars in debt right now. No, if they default, and all that money, all the money they have, got to become worthless because people are not going to be investing in America. People are going to be going to different countries, like Europe or China, and putting their bonds in that. Right?
That's why they got to rob and steal. That's why they got to take over stuff like Venezuela, get that oil flowing through them so they can get that money. You know?
Yeah, they even say in our history when they created the central banks and all the people, all the countries got connected, you were already established in debt because these banks were giving you a loan of money that they didn't have to make you feel that you had a friction of money, but you really were just paying back a loan.
God, it's the book of James, chapter 5, and verse 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is kept back, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth." All right, which is also including the Lord of armies, not the Lord of the Sabbath. But it says, "Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of the slaughter."
Yeah, America's about to experience a great depression, man. You know, a lot of it's going to be a very financially uncomfortable for the, you know, because of the dollar and the value so much. Price is going to go up, and that's going to lead to a famine.
Yeah, and it's all symbolic to Rome. The Rome, the major point that it fell is because of economics. And that's the one point that people can't make a comparison to Revelation 13. They practice the same, they exercise the same thing as the old one. And the main thing was money, Rome.
Yeah, this is just an extension of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
It's that the eighth, how's it, where's that at? The little horn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody get that too. Yeah. It says,
That's going into how the Lord is bringing those plagues back, man. You know, America not by the way is about to experience a famine soon.
it says, "Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you." You see that in the streets with, on a smaller level, you see in ICE, you know, they just going around being bullies, doing whatever they want. All right. But up here, it says your gold and silver is cankered, and the final currency that they want to have is the chip. That's the final currency that they want to push. Like we were saying earlier, everything is digital. Everything is going digital. That's the final straw, is the chip. And that's where they want to have your currency on.
You see that? You see, Josh might know. They made stock market all digital. You see that?
Yeah.
So usually the stock market trades is what 9 or
9:30 or 9:30.
right. But now the stock it's going to be 24/7. The only way you do that is if you do. So all of the big banks digital already. It's already in place. They just still using the cash right now.
Yeah.
So it's already in place.
And the systems that they're using are basically like clearinghouses where when banks need to transfer large amounts of money, let's say a company buys something for $1 billion and they make an international trade, they still use it in the dollar, but they use like the Swift system with the clearinghouse.
Yeah.
Now with digital currencies like XRP, XLM and shit, that shit is instant. There's no need for a clearinghouse, there's no need for a backer.
Yeah.
You know, so instead of the shit taking 2 weeks, 3 weeks to move through the system, man, it's instant. That's what they want to move towards.
Yeah, it's faster.
Yeah, it's faster. They save a lot of money.
Yeah, that's why World Economic Forum, I think they were saying that it's a slower process with money, but they want to go 100% digital because and you can trace it. The paper is hard to trace it. That's like London is able to, you can't trace the money. But if it's digital, you can trace all assets. If you find this person purchasing some shit on the home website, or I can find you just bought this damn computerized bill or some shit. Oh, I can see that you just bought back and everything. They want to analyze everything you buy. Going back to the food sector, they analyzing on what you buy. Because they watching all these people to see if they buying snacks.
They'll need that. That's the thing. They don't need people watching. They got AI now. So they can just put an AI on it.
That's normally they'll lead to the chip, right? So they can track you wherever you go, or whatever you do, because you can talk to the phone. So you can talk to the phone and go off to the wilderness or some shit, and hide out. So you can do that. But if you have a chip, so they'll know exactly where you are, what you're doing, where you're going. And if you have a brain chip, they'll fucking read your mind, bro.
You might have drove over your ass and get your heat sick.
Yeah.
Even if you try to live off the grid.
And they got, they said that chips is gonna have like cyanide in them too. So if you're being naughty, you're gonna release it. Period.
This is this Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, and the image of the beast is what you see around you, this system. And the image is going to present its mark, which is the chip, which the chip allows you to participate in the system. All right, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Anybody see that? They've been circulating this video from, it was a music video that came out, I believe it was 88. It's called Watch Out for the 666.
I got it.
Oh, yeah. But they was talking about the chip. Oh, they trying to put it under your skin. Some white motherfucker.
Yo, y'all see, is it the song? Y'all heard the song?
Oh yeah,
It's coming. Yeah. It's almost 1 second, bro. It's a around.
But back then, they was making songs about it. But if it was, because when the Apostles and Elders first came on YouTube, it was kind of sci-fi-ish to people, and that was in the early 2000s. So in the 70s, people couldn't see that.
yeah.
You know, they couldn't see it.
Right.
Even though they made songs about it, it was far-fetched, but it was still the truth.
Yeah.
Yup, and that's like what you said in the chat about Timeless. Timeless was
In
a
Time?
good example. Yeah, hey.
The movie,
Yeah, Timeless.
In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, where you was able to buy anything just off of time.
Yep.
Just off of time.
Yep.
The scanning your arm.
Everything was based off time.
They made it plain that it was the scanning your
it
arm.
was gambling with it.
Yeah, and that was a plain, and this is why for congregations that always say, you bet y'all movie prophets. But you got to know the government has a movie division. So some of the movies they push is for conspiracy.
And you have to explain, if you don't break it down and say that the mark of the beast is spiritual, you got to explain how you can buy and sell with anything that's, because buying and selling is a transaction. You have to physically do that.
And you can't just read your mind. And you can't just go out there and say, oh, this guy, he worships us, or he's good.
And if you say that the mark of the beast is sin, then that means we all got it. Because at one point we all sinned.
And can't nobody be delivered. If that's the case.
Book of Habakkuk chapter 2, start verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say to me. The wise man answered while on the watchtower and watching. And how and what they said, right like this, and they can claim upon tape that he may run their freedom.
Yeah.
Made upon their necessity. So we're making a claim upon tape. Understand?
Right.
For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but the end it shall move down the line. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come that will not tarry.
Right.
You know, we're seeing it right now, man. Because right now we're in that point in time right now. Man. We're seeing the prophecies happen as we speak right now.
Yeah.
We're having lives. You know?
Their life.
They're gonna keep going happening. They're gonna keep going. Man.
And they're setting everything up. I think we talked about it last week, where ICE was buying up warehouses and stuff. Right, so they're putting this stuff into play. You know, and what I was saying earlier too is, you know, while everybody's gonna be enjoying, you know, the bread and circus tomorrow, and these elites they're gonna be doing, you know, that's what they're gonna be working their hardest, man. You know, that's what they're gonna be doing their damnedest, because you're gonna be the most distracted at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Drop shit out the air on you.
Right.
Hey, don't be surprised if probably bomb Iran or some shit.
Yeah. Right. Why the game plan? Yeah.
And that's the best way. You know, like as grown-ups, you know, you a man and your woman, you want to get it in. You try to get in when your children is occupied and distracted with the TV. You hear your son in the room jumping around. Oh, this is a good time to get a little sneaky. So you got to think the elites. They don't care about the circus. You know, it's not like Rome. In Rome, you had some of the politicians going to the gladiators to see, but really behind the scene, you had the top-notch ones. They didn't give a damn about that. It was more beneficial of still having control of the system. The system always has to be updated, just like a computer. You know, that goes into Proverbs 4:16. They don't get no rest until they make somebody fall. You know, that's their program to always work. That's why America will never take a break.
Right. Just like they, and when they working evil, you gotta do working righteousness to overwrite that. You know, that's why the Lord got his mental overdrive. You see brothers waking up, you know, throughout the 4 corners of the earth pushing the truth. You know, right now, his brothers going lying all over the earth. You know, Esau know that. He see that. Man. You know, that's why the scripture say in Revelation 12:12 about, you know, matter of fact, I just did. I got 3. I'll grab this one. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens. It says, and ye that dwell in them. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And we see that example of that, man. You know, the prophecies is coming forward, man. You know, he's causing shit to fall. America is all out of whack. You know, so we're just doing what we got to do in order to get out of here, man. You know, the Lord told us, man, you know, the brother just brought up Revelation 13, you know, that the mark is physical, man. You know, so he's trying to set himself up as the Lord, as the Most High, man. So he wants to control you, you know, and that's why it's about overcoming. Okay, the Lord Yahweh Shai told us he overcame the world, man. Okay, and we're in the spirit of him, we're going to do the same. This is Revelation chapter 3 in verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The ultimate hour is coming, man. You know, where they're going to force this thing on you, man. You know, and you got to deny it. You know, it says, what shall come upon all the world? It says, to try them that dwell upon the earth. It says, behold, I come quickly. It says, hold fast which thou hast. That it says that no man may take thy crown. And what do we have? This is truth, man. You know, we hold in this truth. We hold on to it. This is all we have to hold on to, man.
In Revelation 2:10. They force it, it's going to be a penalty for not taking it. That penalty ain't going to be like what it was for the jab. It's going to be death. Go ahead.
Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. It says, behold, the devil.
The things that you should fear is going to a concentration camp.
Yeah.
Your kids get snatched away.
Yeah.
We got to stay spiritual in this thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
Hey, if because some brothers going to actually, it's going to happen to some brothers because the Lord said it was going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to happen. So let it be a faith builder.
Yeah.
When it happens, it's going to happen.
But then you got the moment when Yahushua, we still in the flesh, where he knew his time was coming. He said, man, let this cup pass over me, but let it be God, your will. Let it be your will and not mine. You would still have that human instinct like going on a roller coaster, man. I don't think I should have never got up here, but you know.
But always be. But you gotta look at. That's why you gotta look at all things written the 4 times written by learning.
Yeah.
And when Meshach and Abednego went in there, they didn't know if they was gonna live or die.
Right. Yeah.
But they knew what the Lord said he was gonna do. So they said, hey, it might be a time. Because the 7 Maccabees brothers, they had faith, but they died.
Yeah.
The other brothers might have faith and they might get delivered. Daniel would say, Michael the archangel gonna come and stand for the children of thy people.
Yeah.
That's because we gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
So some brothers gonna be getting saved, some brothers gonna have to
Go through with that.
yeah.
And that draconian law is coming back to the earth.
Yeah.
And I this article that I saw, it says Kim Jong-un executes school children for watching Squid Game.
Wow.
Right? But that's the spirit that's going to be on this earth, man.
Hey, he already last year, remember?
No, look, if Kim Jong-un is a Moabite,
right.
what? So, yeah, how much for Esau? How much for Esau? So we dealing fuck. I wish I could be fucking with Kim Jong-un. We dealing with the Edomites. They gonna show you. They gonna show us, bro. Keep finish that.
This is it says
That's crazy.
and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. It says, be thou faithful until death.
Stay
And
faithful until death,
Yeah.
until you die.
Right? It's Salaki. They publicly being executed. Right? That's what's coming on. That's like you
But they-
said with those movies.
Yeah, they
What's that,
do.
The Running Man and all that stuff. These are all things
Yeah.
that
Why would you do a public execution? Because you want everybody else to fear.
Right.
And that's what they do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But we can't fear them.
yeah.
it says, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you're gonna get a crown of life if you overcome that, man. You gotta be faithful unto death, man. You know, that's what comes with this. You know? But I was about to say, remember last year they had how many guillotines they had brought to America? Remember it was like 15,000 or some shit. They brought 15,000 because they plan on going back to that, man.
And what's funny, the Apostle Gabar tried to look it up again, and
Yeah,
they said
they took it off.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't true.
You know it is
We already
true.
know.
So why? Because Revelation 20 and 4.
Right.
It say
Yeah.
the people who
Yeah.
did
Headed, yeah,
Yeah.
headed for it.
Yep.
I appreciate what you just said. This is First Maccabees 12 and 9. It says, therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, that we have the holy books and scriptures in our hands to comfort us. Just like the movie, The Book of Eli. Being in that tried time, he always had the scriptures. So just like what you said, we know that this stuff is going to happen. St. John 8 and 32, right? The truth shall set you free. We got this. This is going to set your mind at ease. You knew that this was going to happen. The difference is, yes, we in the flesh, but the spirit that's in you going to know, like Sam, we deal with certain things, but guess what? All this shit going to burn.
And how much I told us? He told the disciples, these things I've told you before, so when they happen, you'll know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're in that spirit now. You know the things that are written aforetime.
Yeah.
You can and you can compare your spirit with the scriptures. So when it does come to pass, when we do get to those times, you got the knowledge, you got the comforter. This is Matthew chapter, just to back up the prophecy, Matthew 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's a heavy thing, man. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another. And that's going to happen because a lot of that fear they're going to invoke upon the people.
And that test, that's the thing too. There's going to be a lot of people folding. There's going to be a lot of people, even in the truth, they will be folding this time, man. You know, when shit gets hectic
Yeah.
and your faith wasn't really there,
And that's what you gotta.
there's gonna be a lot of folks just folding up, man. You know, because your kids can't eat, 'cause your wife is nagging you, because this, that, and the other. You don't want to lose your good job. You don't want to get kicked out of your house. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that test is gonna be a real strength of what your faith is gonna be, man. And that's why the Lord is locking it. That's why the Lord has been building us up, man. You know, we'd have been through a lot of stuff, man. Because the Lord is really building us up for this time. We already taken the pre-test.
Right.
So when we know, we're like, shit, we didn't have nothing to begin with. We got nothing good. We got to lose. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. That's what your mindset got to be. All right, you see blood, you know, that's crazy, right? But you keep it moving. But you're not, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that we've been going through our life. It's all been part of coming up to this test. Hey, we see what's going on.
Paul said you count it all dung to receive the house shot. All this, man, is trash, man. You know?
Yeah, you got a stiff arm life, bro.
mindset.
You really got a stiff arm life. You got to go through this shit. Stiff arm the shit out the way, man.
More so in these other camps, they don't even know what he is.
Right.
It's going to totally piss them off. Totally piss them off. I see this one chat, this one IUIC member, somebody asked him what the MLTV was. And I got a screenshot of it. You know, I should put it. Hey. They said, is that the enemy? I don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? That's crazy.
And you got all of them. That's why I like our chances, man. Because you got IUIC calling on Yahweh now. You got Genesis, they calling on Yahweh.
Hey, he's a reverend now. That nigga's a reverend.
That's it. I like that means.
Somebody got to play their role.
That nigga came out in a button up.
Yeah.
Hey, all around me with a white man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I said I like our percentages, man.
And who was he consulting with?
I thought made him look like that.
He was consulting with, what's that dude? Mike Brown. Yeah, he now he looks to him to find out words. And so he's like, I was just texting Dr. Brown. He told me that.
I was on I seen what's the dude name from BOW, Rochester? He was talking about scholar this and scholar that. I'm like, yo, they just go against who the elders was, man. It's like they're going against everything our elders taught.
Whatever the apostles teach, they
go against it. You know what I'm saying? He called us over trying to refute the Sabbath day yesterday. I'm like, this guy.
That's good. Just be a stumbling block.
He said, just come on.
That's the best lesson. Yo, because of the point that you made, First Maccabee.
Yeah, grab it. It's Matthew 10:28. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. It says, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right. So we're not fearing man because we understand, you know, what comes with being the elect. Brothers may have to put their life down for this thing. You know, but ultimately we're not. You know, we understand that your spirit going back up to the spirit world, man. It may be a little pain, but hey,
you might not feel nothing.
Yeah, come on.
You might not feel nothing like that. Hey, let me get this real quick since you brought that out. This John 11:24. We really ain't supposed to even fear those things. This John 11 verse 20.
And remember, we was talking about that with the brothers, the 7 sons of the Maccabees.
Yeah.
Remember, they didn't fear that. They already knew they was coming back.
Yeah.
You know, so, but that's the number that Yahweh Shai did upon us, that now a lot of our people, we fear that death, man.
Yeah.
You know, before we
Because growing up in America, you was taught that, you will only live once and shit like that. So it's hard for some people to get that out of their spirit. Right? But that's not so. This is the book of John chapter 11, verse 24. It says, Martha said unto him, I know. I'm gonna get the point. It's John 11:25. It says, Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day.
Right, talk about Lazarus.
And Yahushua said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. he that believes in me, though he were dead, yet he shall live. And whosoever believes, lives and believes in me shall never die. And then he said, believest thou this? He asked her, do you believe this? And the answer is supposed to be yeah.
And what is that? Is that John 3? Where it says, those who believe, but it says, but then those who don't believe, you damned already, because you don't believe in the Son of Man. You know
Just
what I'm
like
saying?
even in John chapter 6, which is 6 and 63, 6
Yeah,
and 66, where he said, hey, it's some here that don't believe.
Yeah.
You might as well just fucking kick rocks.
And then the spirit, just for Lazarus is an example of Israel getting the breath of life and ain't getting the Rakam is basically getting the quickening spirit, being made alive. That was all going back to the example of Israel coming back to life. But just to the point that you said earlier, First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11 in the G&T was showing how it was coons back then. It was when we coons taking the MOTV. It says, at that time there appeared in the land of Israel a group of treacherous Jews who had no regard of the law and who had a bad influence on many of our people. They said, let us come to the terms with the Gentiles, for our refusal to associate with them has brought us nothing but trouble. This proposal appealed to many people, and some of them became so enthusiastic about it.
How did something like that happen? Because there was, where it say you ain't supposed to be care about the cares of this life. What's cares of this world?
What? 1 John 2,
I think
15,
it's
17?
Timothy. Is it Timothy? It cares. Keep going.
It says, and some of them became so enthusiastic, received from him permission to follow Gentile customs. They built in Jerusalem a stadium like those in the Greek cities.
Start that up where you said, since they got in trouble.
Yeah, I got you.
Get that again.
It said, they said, let us come to terms with the Gentiles, for our refusal to associate with them has brought us nothing but trouble.
Hold that.
Okay.
Sirach 2, verse 1. My son, thou come serve Yahweh. Prepare thy soul for temptation.
See, they didn't read this, or their spirit wasn't thinking about this. That it say, when you prepare to come and serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Not happiness, not it's about shit about to get good. It say temptation. You know what I'm saying?
They made a covenant with death and hell.
Yeah. Keep going.
Isaiah.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
If you enduring something, that means you going through something.
Yeah, hardship. Okay, verse 12, it says, this proposal appealed to many people, and some of them became enthusiastic about it, that they went to the king and received from him permission to follow the Gentile customs. They built in Jerusalem a stadium like those in the Greek cities. They had surgery performed to hide their circumcision, abandoned the Holy Covenant, and started associating with Gentiles and did all sorts of other evil
To
things.
hide their circumcision.
Yeah.
That's awful.
They had surgery to perform to hide their circumcision.
There was
So they were sewing. They was getting their old foreskin and sewing it back on.
That's fucking wicked as hell.
Or if it was dry, they would get somebody else that just did it and use their foreskin to sew it back on.
That's Genesis, though. That's what Genesis is right now.
Yo,
The only reason why he took off his hat now, because now he's getting money.
Yeah.
Before he kept his hat on, doing all that, now he got his hat off,
They probably told that nigga to clean up his image.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
probably did it for
Oh, he
his
got glasses too.
And a tie,
He
man.
got readers. Tie.
like 2 D.
He
He
need
took
to
off
get another
his
shirt.
hat now. And now he out there, with
Yeah,
his glasses
now
on.
he coming down with the theatrics. He ain't holding no sword.
Oh yeah. Where his sword go?
He doing all that extra stuff.
No, you got to keep he got to keep 2 elders. Man. You got to keep Dr. James Brown. They got peace keepers.
Oh, no else I ain't hear him saying about?
So they're in ministry now.
Clean it up.
He got a PR firm, man.
Let alone to get better views and have people listen to you more. So you gotta change the image to match what you're trying to bring forth. So it makes sense of why you would do that.
I got the book of Sirach 2, verse 7. on the point of the Lord helping us not to get in trouble. Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help you. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh shall shine, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, yet lest you fall. Ye that fear Yahweh shall shine, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear Yahweh shall shine, hope for good, and for everlasting joy, for mercy.
You ain't got to hope for good. So like, it's like, if they put you in that guillotine, you can still hope for good, you know, until they cut your head off.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Or it might not get cut off.
Yeah, right.
For having your belief, or send an angel down.
You gotta think with Daniel, well, when the bell down the dragon, when he seen Habakkuk come with food, he said, "Oh Lord, you remembered me."
Right.
That's how you gonna feel when Jacob trouble come and food come across or certain. It's gonna go in your mind that the Lord remembered you.
Like he fed Elijah with the raven.
Yeah.
He made the water come from the rock,
Yep.
manna from heaven.
When he told when I was trying to prophesy that these how you know that these would be the men of the Lord, that a snake bit him, nothing would happen to him, cast out spirits. What happened to Paul? Well, Paul got bit by a snake, shook it off, and they said, "Oh my, it's a God right in front of us." That was the example to show you that's going to happen in our time.
And we're gonna see miracles. Don't get it twisted. We're gonna see miracles. We read about them now. The Lord is gonna show us wonders, man.
Right.
He's gonna show us wonders.
That's crazy.
Verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, if ever any trust in Yahweh shall was found, or did any abide in his fear, or was forsaken.
And these are one of those chapters, like Psalms 34, like Psalms 91, that you should be reading constantly and keeping in mind. So when you get faint-hearted, you know what I'm saying? Keep reading on that spot.
For whom do ye ever despise that called upon him? For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goes two ways. Woe to
Wait,
him
both
that
sides of the fence. We're going two ways.
double-minded.
Buffaloes, blackfish, what they call them?
Don't be a bubble eyes. I ain't see that nigga.
Oh yeah,
Are you still be back? He back.
GOCC leader.
He really good.
oh yeah.
I don't even think they cared that nigga was going off. He
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
I know, I remember the one body. One body.
oh yeah. They said Yahweh Shai didn't do miracles.
Yeah, they wasn't.
Come on, man. That's the crap, man. Ain't no sharing, ain't no missiles.
You see, y'all back me.
Damn, but what is it?
Smoke carrot too.
What is it?
Yeah. They all go back. They all go back.
They all go the same way. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Yeah, if you don't really believe, you're not gonna get defended. You can't fake this thing. You can't trick the Lord.
Woe unto you that walk patient, and what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you?
That's that key, man. You can't lose your, people, you get caught up in that corner, you ready to start fighting or running, you know what I'm saying? No, man, you got to put that faith in how much and outside, man. Right. At the end of the day. You can't lose patience, man.
It's no time
In
to
this
be
day.
losing patience right now. I can see, I really can't, but
Yeah, I
10
get what you're
years
saying.
ago,
I get
like,
what you're saying. Yeah, this shit happening right now.
what is you talking about?
This shit about to be over.
Now,
Right.
Good thing to talk about now. We're in that time. We're in the day and age. They already got troops in the streets.
yeah.
No, they already got troops in the streets. And they're talking about coronation now. You know, the Southern Kingdom not have to do like this whole court thing. We'll try to get to court.
Well, they just deported a guy, he was a military vet, and they deported him back to Jamaica, man. This dude was a military vet for like 50 years or something.
That's the
going
melon
on,
right there.
And they deported him right back to
You see the black dude they deported? They deported the black dude and sent the man to El Paso or some shit. They flew him there, then they found out he wasn't supposed to get deported, flew him back, and then they said the next day ICE down the man's door again and took him back to the facility. And they was like, and they said that he said the ICE agents were saying to me, why are you here? Like,
That shit crazy.
It says U.S. Army veteran deported to Jamaica after 5 months in ICE detention.
5 months?
5 months in 5 months in detention. He said he arrived in 1975. Come on, man. You know, and he was in the military.
How long was he in the military for?
I don't know what to say. Come on,
That's
man.
fucked up.
shit's
That
crazy.
he killed people for you,
Yeah.
and then y'all got this. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter about your badges, how long. You kill him. I'm glad you helped him, but you got to get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is why you niggas out there who love this devil man, the Lord will kick you ass out.
Yeah.
Okay, you love your oppressor.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about you, but you give a fuck about him. Ain't that shit?
And a lot of those ones who came from the border, you know, like the Hamites and the other ones, you know, it's crazy because I had one at the plantation. He's trying to get into the National Guard or doing different things now. You know, you look at him like, what's your purpose? You know what I'm saying? But you see what's going on, man. You see what's about to lay down, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming, man.
Yeah. It literally is.
You got to prepare your mind, man, for, you know, the stuff that you're about to see. You know?
I got a preset. This is a.
I still got my pieces.
Okay, no, go ahead, Bashar.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. And this is what the wicked is saying in their heart. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "For let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law and objective to the infamy, the transgression of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of other fashions."
Hey, I can see the video on fucking, I don't have the phone right now, so I'm on my girl phone, TikTok. He saw eating, there's some cute little Edomite girls too. Eating ground beef, raw ground beef out the joint, they laughing and giggling. That's, read that again.
It says, 13, he professeth, I got you. 15, he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's.
They say grievous to behold. Behold is looking upon something. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, that's gross. And then they just eating raw meat and raw steak and raw liver. That's grievous to behold, man.
His ways are of other fashion.
That's another fashion. Contrary to what we do. They contrary, everything they do is contrary to us. They with that.
If you look that up on YouTube, on meat eating, it's all Edomites, man. You gotta scroll through. That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, it's like what he just said, just off of explaining that, that's a plain example of understanding Genesis the 25th chapter. He wanted pottage that wasn't done. And that explained why would he make movies about being a vampire. You know, blood is where life is at.
But that just shows you too that this is all of the Lord.
Yeah.
That you got the caveman of the earth ruling over everybody.
Yeah,
Right?
base.
And you see his nature is still there.
Yeah.
He still want to eat damn raw ass meat, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
the man of the field. The man come to work just wearing freaking shorts. It's fucking blistering.
You got some celebrities. What do they say? They say they shower goddamn, you know, once a month, man.
Yeah.
Unless they smell themselves.
Yeah, they will use soap.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why in
They'll
Rome,
use a rat.
in Rome, they would smell if you're on Roma, they would tell you, oh, you smell like onions today. I like it. Because they were used to you having that beastly smell. They would just put their hand in water, hit their face, and they'd go right in their woman just for more.
One of them queens over there, Queen of England, one of them,
Oh, yeah.
she only washed her ass twice in her whole life.
Yeah, and when she had period, it was like she wouldn't change. She wouldn't change her period jump. It was like a ritual, and they gave her a freaking. They said a royal smell, and people would have to cover their nose when they do the banquets in England. They was fucking weird as hell, and they were all using. Women that had a period in England, they would, hey, yo, you use these.
And in the law, you're not supposed to be around the woman while she's on her period. Right. You're supposed to have a separate spot.
Yeah.
She's like,
But yeah, we're monkeys. We're the degenerate beasts.
Yeah.
We flipped in tents and fucking huts.
Yeah.
Y'all so civilized.
Right. Shooting,
Taught them how to do everything.
yeah. And at the time of the natives, they was sharing corn when they had to take a shit.
Yeah, real tough.
Use a quarter of the time.
You can wipe your ass with the corn and then give it to the man from the other side.
Hey, you been in the grocery store and you see them walk, and you kind of walk past and you smell them, bro. You be like, God damn, what is that smell? You know what I'm saying? And we walking back, bro, off the chain, bro.
All of these are examples of their spirit not being upright within them.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord didn't make them upright like the Israelites.
And they're a different manner of people. Whole different.
But that's why they was fighting, singing like,
Yeah,
"Get your ass away
They
from me."
hanged it off in the womb.
Yeah.
The scripture said, listen, be any fornicator, profane person is Esau. No? Because this dude was profane, he's a deviant.
Yeah.
Straight deviant.
He didn't even care about his birthright. Like,
Right.
He literally saying, fuck my descent. Fuck my head.
Yeah, I work for a lot of Edomites at work. Like if I'm drinking on something, on the line, and I gotta leave the line and come right back.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I throw that shit. I really like.
Yeah.
I throw that shit away, get a new one. I'll never earn the chance.
Verse 16.
I'll even be thinking they did that. It's just automatic.
Verse 16. We are esteemed of whom as counterfeit. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. You know what I mean? We look at their ways as filthy ways. He pronounceth the end of the just.
Hey, Salaki, you got that commercial where the lady's sitting there eating her popcorn and she's handing it off, and you see it, and all of a sudden they turn to it, and she's just grabbing a handful, and they show it's her dog, just fucking just in there, just eating the popcorn, and then she just goes right after that and just throws it in. Like, they showing you.
What Joe said, he said he wouldn't even let him sit next to his dog.
because they into bestiality.
Yeah. No, that's a high ritual with the high elite. Bestiality.
But even Monday Law, you want to do that shit.
Huh?
Even Monday Law, though, you might say do that shit.
Yeah, it been mad arrests last month. Men and women making porn videos with their dogs.
Yeah, you know that in some states, a lot of, well, I ain't gonna say some states, still it's a lot of states where bestiality is legal in America.
Sometimes it's just a slap on the wrist. It's not even a real penalty. You sleep with a beast, that's fucking disgusting. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go to the goddamn grave.
You gotta dry your race board that day.
The one lady just went to jail giving her damn dog a full Zaki McZaki.
He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Let us see if his words are true. This is what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to see if what we're saying is true. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of whom.
And what are they doing? They're doing, what's that, Jeremiah, what's that, 31 or 35? They're trying to search out the stars. They're trying to search out the deep. Right? Because the Lord said, if you can search that out, you can do it. They're literally trying to do that stuff, man.
Yeah.
They're literally trying to come up with devices and different things, trying to get that blessing back.
That's an impossible task.
Right.
Yeah. That shows you.
They gotta try.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
try.
that go back to Egypt, where they had sorcerers doing the same thing that you're doing. They like Jeremiah said, they'll buy the top scientists and scholars, and they try to analyze that to the best of their ability. When they come to a stomach ground, they watch the Hebrew Israelites, because even if you go to the Jewish.org, they tell you that they used to make certain deals with the Romans to watch what certain people that was following the Mashiach doctrine, what is they teaching, and they come back and tell me, so that when it would happen, they would be there ahead of time and try to manipulate. That's what they do on this side by studying what the apostles and what the real men of the Lord is teaching.
Hey, didn't I don't know what king that was, but three wise men, ain't that what he did? He asked the wise men, hey, what the scripture
Yeah,
says?
the first chapter. Yeah.
Continue on. Verse 18. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. And that's what they trying to roll the dice on. They're trying to see if the Lord will protect us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Like that goes to Judith the 5th chapter, verse 21. If they ignore it before it, before it would be a reproach. So they were trying to find a way to keep them from sin. And that's the time of the sin that they
let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. So they're gonna try to prove our patience, man.
You got something?
Yeah.
We're going to pull a couple more.
This is closing. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 12 in the NLT. It says, this means that the Most High's holy people must endure persecution patiently, obeying his commands and maintaining their faith in Yahweh Shai. You know, that's going back to what he was saying earlier about the things that's about to take place. You know, you got to maintain your faith in Yahweh Shai right now, so that when those times come, we will overcome. You know, like Jeremiah always keeps saying, having dreams of being separated from his family or being in jail. You got the scriptures now, so now when it comes, it's just, man, this was meant to happen, man. You know, so maintain your faith now, like right now.
Gotta do it now.
Yeah, because when that MOTB comes, if you're not connected or maintaining your faith, you'll be one of them niggas in the first Maccabees trying to make that covenant with them by taking the Quran. Bill Gates said you are not going to be considered a citizen when his mRNA is pushed in the world. You're not going to be considered a citizen of the United States if you didn't take it. Okay?
Hey, so with that, close it out, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to face it and give our praises to the one true power. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well, teach both in the spirit, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered forth on the earth and the willing as a whole. That can all continue in sound doctrine. With that, shalom. Lord, y'all was edified.